Hey everybody, this is Cash over at Zibtek. We've been launching a new program called OnDemand Workforce, and some people were asking so what are the steps? What are the process? What does that look like? Because it's a little different than just hiring a dev off the bench at a dev shop. So I want to just walk through the steps real quick. We've tried to make it really, really simple to get started, to gauge interest. So the very first thing would be get us a description of the job. Now that could be a very formal description that maybe you already have listed on Indeed or something like that. Or if it's like a dream job and you're just I'm just kind of curious, you could literally just shoot over 3 or 4 bullet points. We really don't care. We can work with that. So get us some description of some of the requirements, what would that person need, what would it entail, what kind of skills do they need, a little bit of what the role would be. And then what we would do is we would get you a few resumes back, and then that would tell you candidate A and how much their cost would be, candidate B, how much that cost would be. And we could give you a brief idea. We like to kind of go up and down the value chain just a little bit, so you have an idea of if I spend a few $100s more per month, what could I get? What does that resume look like? What does that candidate look like? So that would be kind of the first step. And then the next step from there would be hey, maybe I want to actually interview a few of these people. And so from there you could say, hey, let's start interviewing. A lot of times we may have the requirements kind of nailed down, or we may have a call real quick and just be I have a few more questions and I think that I'll do a better screening job if you can do that. So that would be with Lavanya. You met her on one of the other videos, but she's in our HR team over in Bangalore, India. She would then have a quick call with you, help you understand, make sure she's super clear so that she screens better, and make sure it gets frustrating if you just a lot of candidates that don't meet your requirements, right? So we'd want to make sure we screen really good, set up some interviews, and then that would be iterative, maybe 2 or 3 times where you'd be interview, and then I would be really direct back to our team as this worked and this didn't. I need better here, I need this, I need that. And then we'll iterate 2 or 3 times, and then you'll start to see just really, really good, killer candidates come through that meet your requirements. At that point, then we would get down into hey, selection. Hey, I've interviewed these 5 people. I really like 1 and 2. And then we go make a job offer. And then at that point, when we actually negotiate with that person, and we would do that, our team would, we would then extend an offer, and then you would approve that offer. I can afford this much, right? And so when you approve the offer, then that employee becomes yours and that exact salary. So at that value, I'm willing to pay this or I'm not. So it's very, very customized to what you need. And then we extend the offer, we get a start date going. We ask you to fund the payroll account before that employee starts working. And then that employee starts, we can help you with some of the onboarding locally. Obviously we're going to get them card access and a computer and on the internet, all that stuff. And then you guys would start kind of training them and helping them get familiar with their job, their responsibilities. We also have an account manager here that would help you during that onboarding process. We've been doing this for 20 years, so we can give you some of the best practices. Here's some of the things that I would do. I would maybe we do a daily status update where they give you, 3 or 4 bullet points of what they accomplished for the day. There's kind of a call rhythm that we usually stick to at least once a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week up front, making sure that they're really clear and that they're on task and that you're getting the quality that you need, all those types of things. We can walk you through that, or you can come up with your own process. It doesn't matter. We can just tell you what we've been doing to make it successful. So that's just kind of the basic steps. It's very simple, very easy to get started, and very much in your control. And so anyway, we would love to kind of help you out. If you have an idea of a dream job or anything like that, shoot us an email at hello@zibtek.com or reach out to one of us on social, and we're happy to kind of start that process off. Thanks.